Hello YouTube. I thought I'd do a quick weight loss update kind of vlog. I joined Weight Watchers and I attended my first meeting, so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I have my baby girl here, if you can see in the ergo. She has been a little bit fussy this morning, so the carrier is great anytime, but especially when she's fussy. So yeah, that's what these giant straps are on my shoulders, in case you were curious. So I weighed in for the first time at my meeting. If you're not a part of Weight Watchers, they give you this little booklet. Those are some weird noises. Oh, okay. Okay, just sleepy grunts. All right. So I weighed in at 242.2 pounds. I am 5'6", if that gives you a good idea of kind of where I'm starting and how much weight I need to lose, that sort of thing. I didn't set an official goal weight, like my ultimate goal weight or anything like that. But one thing the leader did mention to me that's a good thing to start with is the idea of losing like percentages of your weight. So my first goal is to lose 5% of my body weight, which is about 12.5 pounds, I believe. It's definitely 12 pounds. It might be 12.5. Goodness. She was really quiet before I started recording. She's probably like, Mom, you're really loud. Anyway, okay. So my first goal is to lose about 12.5 pounds, which would be 5% of my weight. And today's March 25th. I would like to do that within a month, which would be April 25th. This girl, she is so grunty. I'm sorry. So anyway, distracting. All right. So by April the 25th, I would like to lose at least 12.5 pounds. So that's my first goal, putting it out there, and that's what I'm going to focus on right now. I do feel like that's really helpful when you have a ton of weight to lose like I do, because it's overwhelming to feel like you have so much to lose. It can be discouraging. So the meeting was good. There was about 30 people there, which I was surprised by. I kind of thought it'd be like 10 or 12 people and I don't know, like awkward silence and stuff like that, but it wasn't like that at all. I kind of slid into the back and just, didn't really say much to anybody. And towards the end of the meeting, I was like, oh, I got to talk to somebody. I got to introduce myself, make myself accountable so that I'll be more likely to come back and be consistent. And so I was proud of myself. I did introduce myself to 2 people. Just kind of, hey, I'm Morgan, what's your name, blah, blah, blah. Well, I sound like a weirdo saying it like that, but it was a little more natural than that, I promise. Anyway, so I met 2 people, so that was nice. I felt good about that. The leader met with me and one other new person at the end, and yeah, discussed the percentage thing that I mentioned and just kind of like the generals over the plan and how it all works, that kind of thing. They also give you this welcome packet for the 360 plan, and inside of that is some really helpful information, frequently asked questions, and all kinds of things. So overall, I think that the plan is going to be something that will be good for me. I like that I have to go somewhere and weigh in front of someone and have it recorded. I like the idea of having a group of people that I can talk with once I get, a little bit more comfortable, and just knowing that, that you're not alone and that there are other people in the same situation. So that's all really good. So I feel good about that. Now I'm going to just be really blunt here. I don't mean to like discourage anybody, but I want to be honest in these vlogs and just, really say exactly how I feel about things. So the only thing that I have found to be a little bit overwhelming is tracking the points and recording the points. Going from kind of eating whatever you want to watching what you're eating, calculating the points, writing it all down, it feels like more of a transition than I was expecting. So that's kind of like the only negative thing I feel about the program so far, and it's not anything that's going to discourage me from doing the program. I think, of course, it will get easier with time as it becomes more of a habit. But yeah, that just in the past, like I guess 2.5 days that I've been recording it all and tracking my points, I felt a little bit like, oh man, yeah, this is, you can't just, just be out and just eat anything, it's not quite that easy. And yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of time to put on weight, as people always say, so it's going to take some time for it to come off, and it's not all going to be easy. So I don't mean to sound like I think it should be so simple, but yeah, tracking points is kind of tedious. But I think it's good. I think it's what I need to do. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Trying to think of anything else. That was pretty much it. So my next meeting is this Thursday. I'm planning on, I guess, making vlogs like every Friday would probably make the most sense because my meetings are in the evening. As of right now, the meetings I'm going to are in the evening. So I'll probably make vlogs on Friday, just updating my weight loss, and I'm planning on doing that weekly. Oh, I know, fitness, activity, that's what I wanted to talk about. Excuse me, I'm sorry for itching my nose, I know it's kind of gross. Yeah, okay, activity. I have not started the Couch to 5K program. I am starting it this week. I downloaded the app on my phone to do it, and the only reasons I haven't started are kind of not really the greatest excuses, so I don't want to. There's really no good reason, but we had a house guest and it's been really cold outside and she's still really little and sometimes I have to bring her with me or it's just really hard for me to be gone with her being so little. So again, I think if you want to do something, you make it a priority, you can do it, and I don't want to use excuses. But yeah, it was a little bit harder to fit it all in than I expected. So I'm thinking this week my son is finally back at school. He was on spring break. And I'm going to start this week, so I'll be documenting that too. I'll be kind of updating on how that's going. Other than that, I have done Zumba. Sorry, she's just full of grunts and squirms. I have done Zumba in my living room, which I would suggest to anybody who's kind of shy and doesn't feel quite ready to do a Zumba class, like at a gym. She's probably getting hungry. Because you can just kind of do whatever you want in your living room. If you don't know what Zumba is, it's just like an aerobic activity, or an aerobic exercise. It's kind of like salsa, dancing, hip-hop-ish kind of thing. And if you're not that comfortable with yourself or your body or whatever, it can be a little intimidating to do that like in a class at a gym. I do think that's probably the best environment to do it. It's probably more fun. And I hope to do that in the near future. But I have a Zumba DVD here at my house. And I just put on like a tight tank top and a sports bra and some comfy pants, put her in her swing right over there. And yeah, here, this is my living room. And so I moved my little ottoman out of the way and did Zumba in my living room. And I did not care if I looked like a fool, which I'm sure I did. But it's just nice to kind of like sweat and wear whatever you want. And when you're heavier, you know, your body moves in ways that you don't always want it to move. You feel a little jiggly, but you don't have anybody looking at you or feeling like they're looking at you. So that's been nice. So I did that. That was a long explanation of Zumba in my living room. Yeah. So I plan on kind of keeping that up and again, hoping to do like a class where I go in and actually do it. And going on walks and starting Couch to 5K. So we will see how things go. I don't know if I mentioned how many points I get with Weight Watchers, but it's 39 points, and then they gave me some extra points for breastfeeding too. So that's where I'm starting if you do Weight Watchers and you were curious. I am going to have to get her out of this carrier and feed this baby. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or suggestions, I would love to hear them. Like I always say, if you make videos, let me know, and I'll check out yours too. Thank you for watching, and I'll update probably this Friday. All right, bye.